Steve, good to see you back at Hampden Park. We're building up to another 2 big Nations League games against Croatia and Portugal. I know you'll be frustrated coming in off the back of 2 defeats, but it felt like there was a lot to take from the last camp.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, never nice to lose 2 matches back to back. Two good performances, but without the end product that you want, which is points on the board. So we can take a lot of good things from the games and try and improve on the little things. Mainly small individual errors, which I keep going back to, and I keep pointing out to the players that when you play against the top teams, you get punished for every little error that you make on the pitch, and unfortunately that was the case over the 2 games.
What did you like, what did you recognise about your group again from the last 2 games?
I thought there was a freshness. We played with good intent. We showed that we wanted to be on the ball. We showed that we wanted to try and get at the opposition at any given moment. Even going away to Portugal, we showed that to get on the front foot, taking the lead in Lisbon was a big plus for us. And then we defended it. We defended the lead well. Obviously, we didn't manage to see it out, but we defended well in the game as well.
Last time we saw you for one of these, we were talking about the fresh impetus from guys like Ben Doak and Ryan Gauld, and a nice moment for you again to give 3 players their first ever senior call-up.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously this time with the under-21 boys, I had a little chat with Scott Gemmell, in terms of what we do. And rather than those boys coming and sitting on the bench for me, I think it's better that they go and play with the under-21s, get some minutes. The under-21s obviously have a chance to qualify at least for the playoffs into the next tournament, so that would be good if they could do that. Ben Doak stays in the senior squad. I've shown that, and Ben has shown that he can be good for us off the bench. He started at the weekend at Middlesbrough, did very well, which is good to see. And the more minutes that Ben gets, the better he'll be.
If I can ask you about the 3 in isolation, Andy's maybe a similar player to Ryan Gauld in that he's taken a less obvious path to the full Scotland squad. What have you seen in him? What do you like about him?
A little bit an unknown quantity, if I'm being honest. Obviously, I came across Andy when he was at Hearts, when I was Kilmarnock manager. He played then. He was a raw young kid, hadn't quite grown into his frame. Obviously, like you say, he's taken a little detour through Europe, ended up back at West Ham. And you don't get to be a squad member, which is what he is at West Ham, a first team squad member, getting minutes off the bench, unless you've got quality. So I look forward to working with Andy. Everyone
will remember Liam Lindsay as a really promising kid at Partick Thistle. He's played a lot of championship football since then. Obviously like a solid centre back, you can rely on. Yeah, I think when you get to the stage of the amount of injuries we've got defensively, you're obviously looking down or looking through the leagues to see what you can find, to see what you can bring into the squad. Liam's a player that's played consistently in the championship, similar to Grant Hanley, similar to Ryan Porteous. They're playing at a good level, playing every week for his club at Preston, and it'll be nice to. I've seen Liam play live a few times. I've seen him obviously a lot on video as well, so it'll be nice to work with him. And Aberdeen have obviously enjoyed a great start to the domestic season. Nicky Devlin's been a big part of that. Nicky's another one that I know quite well from my time in Scottish football. Seen Aberdeen a lot. Nicky's one of those players that he plays week in, week out, doesn't let anybody down. Deserves his chance and a chance to step up and shows what he can do with the senior squad. You talk about not letting people down. Craig Gordon back in the senior squad as well. You know exactly what you're going to get from him in the group. Well, he did tell me when we had the chat over the summer that he'd be back. So he's one of the few goalkeepers we've got just now who are actually starting. So it's a no-brainer. If he's starting every week for Hearts, it means that he comes back into the squad. What does that say about him? Because I can't imagine that would be the response from every player at that age and stage. His hunger's obviously never been in doubt. No, he's a great professional, Craig. Hungry to play as many minutes as he can, as many matches as he can. And like I said, he told me when we had the chat in the summer that he'd be back, and he's back for this one. Someone who won't be back this time, who's been a regular face in the group, is Austin McPhee. He's had to step away from your staff. Obviously, he's contributed a lot over the piece. It's a big blow for us. Austin was a really valuable member of staff. He came in, I like him because he's different.
different to me, that's for sure. And as well as being a set piece specialist, which he was, and he helped us a lot with the set pieces that we did, both attacking and defensively. He's also an experienced coach, so he's got other ideas on the game. He's always found Austin to be engaging when we spoke about the team and players. But he's got a big issue to deal with his family, and I think for now is just to wish him, his family, especially his father, who's going to have a tough time of things in the next few months, all the best for the future.
Absolutely. So almost a full team of players not available to you just now, but I suppose the flip side is that gives other people a great opportunity to stake their claim again.
You know me so well, Kenny. That's what I always say. It's disappointing to lose the number of players that we've lost, the number of top quality players that we've lost, but it's always a chance for someone else to step up and make the mark.
It's really noticeable. I mean, we take it for granted, the supporters always get behind the team, but it was noticeable in the last 2 games that the supporters really bought into the efforts of the players and vice versa. I suppose that's what we're looking for again.
Yeah, I think so. Home and away, supporters are always there for us. They always help us. They were great here at Hampden against Poland. They stayed right to the death. Obviously a really disappointing finish for them, but they were with us right to the last knockings of the game. And in Portugal you can hear them. It's a big stadium in Lisbon full of Portuguese, but you could hear the Tartan Army from start to finish, and we really appreciate the support.
Looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you.